Hi, Bill Barber from Poliigon here. In this video we're going to be taking a material from Poliigon.com, bringing it into Cinema 4D using our material converter, and then rendering it out with V-Ray. Before we get started though, let's take a look at the files we'll need during this video. We're going to need the wood flooring 044 material and the Poliigon material converter add-on for Cinema 4D, both of which I already have saved to my hard drive, and I'll include a link to them below this video. Okay, let's head over to Cinema 4D. So this is the scene that we'll be using today. It's a simple scene, just a plane for our floor material to get assigned to, a dome light with a HDR, and I'll be using this perspective camera for rendering from. But before we get started, we need to install our material converter. Now I've already got mine installed under plugins here. You can see the little option for it there. But let's talk you through the process of getting that installed. After you've downloaded the zip file from a hard drive, you need to unzip it into a folder somewhere on your hard drive. I've put mine on the desktop. Once you've done that, just go to Script, User Scripts, and then Run Script. Then navigate to where you unzipped the file, and you'll see a bunch of different files within that. Now the one we want is installer Poliigon material converter.py. Once you have that highlighted, hit Open, and Cinema 4D will tell you that it's been installed. It will also say that you need to restart, so at this point that's what you'd need to do. Because I already have it installed though, I don't need to, so I'm just going to hit OK, and that will bring up the converter, which is the same thing that will pop up if you click that option in the plugins menu. Anyway, let's talk about using the converter. The first thing we need to do is click on this Textures folder button, and this is where you tell the converter where your materials are on your hard drive. Now in my case they are here, and as you can see I've got a whole different bunch of Poliigon materials already saved, and what I could do is just select that root folder and the converter would bring them all in to Cinema 4D, and then you could assign them at will to the different objects in your scene. However, on this occasion I just want to bring in a specific material, wood flooring 044, so I'm just going to highlight that folder, hit OK, and you'll see the converters now saying one material was found. Excellent. Underneath that you have a choice for renderer. Now this is filled in for you by the converter. It will look at your scene, figure out what renderer you're using and fill that in. If you need to change that for any reason though, you just give it a click and the other options are there. Below that we have some advanced settings, none of which you'll probably need to touch very often. I'm certainly not going to now. I'm just going to hit convert. And then you'll get a little dialog saying that they've been loaded, and you can close the converter. It's done its job. Now what you'll notice with V-Ray anyway is it brings in two different materials, which for some reason aren't updating with their previews yet. Not quite sure why. Sure, we'll get there in the end. Anyway, we've got a basic material and also a displacement material. Now we need to assign both of those to our floor plane. So what I'll do is the displacement goes first, like so, and then the actual material. Let's make sure we've got that right. Yes. Okay, and just from setting up the scene in the first place, I know that tiling wise this looks a lot better when set to 2, so I'm going to do that on both of those materials as well. And yeah, let's give it a render and see what we get. Okay, so straight away the results are looking pretty good. The converter's obviously done its job, brought in everything that it needs to, and there's not really much to do. One thing I am going to do though is these reflections are just looking a little bit on the blurry side compared to the reference images on our website. So I'm going to show you a way of giving you a bit more control over the gloss map, which is the bit we want to adjust here, and it will also set us up nicely for the next video as well. So let's just close that down for a moment and go into the material itself. There we go. And as you can see here, all our maps have been loaded in. We've got color, reflection, gloss, etc. And it's, as I said, it's the gloss one we're going to want to affect. Now, rather than go into the gloss map, what we're going to do is place something in front of it. So if you click on this little arrow, go to the V-Ray, and then a V-Ray text layered max thing. Not quite sure what that title's all about, but yep, that's the one we need. And then you'll see within that our gloss map is now one of the layers within this within this shader. Now what I'm going to do is insert another one, and then I'm going to click on down to make it go below the gloss map, okay? And I'm going to change this to a plain boring color, completely white. Yes, good. Now what that's doing is giving us a basis to work from, okay? So on a gloss map, the whiter areas are 100% reflective, 100% shiny, and a black area will be diffuse. There'll be no reflection whatsoever. So by giving us a white starting point, we can then use the gloss map that we've already got to affect that initial color, and in turn that gives us more control over the gloss map. So if I change this to a multiply value now, like so, and then lower this opacity, look what happens to the gloss map here as I do that. You see how it gets brighter until it's at 0, and then we're left with that original color, and that's why we put the color down there. Now at 100% it will be just the original gloss map. Now what we're aiming for is somewhere around a 0.75 ish, something like that, just to brighten it up, brighten the map up a little bit, which in turn will just make our floor a little less rough and a bit more shiny. So let's hit a render again and see what we get. Okay, so that's looking a little bit closer to what we would expect. If I compare that with the original one, that was our first render, and this is with our tweaked gloss map. You can see the floor's looking a lot shinier and new, which is kind of what we're after. Now there are other ways to achieve this, but this way makes sense given what we're going to be moving on to. We're going to be doing some other stuff in the next video. We'll be building more layers here, and it's a good neat way of doing it as well. So in summary, we've taken a material from Poliigon.com, brought it into Cinema 4D using the material converter, made a slight adjustment to the gloss map to make our floor look a little bit more shiny, and then we've rendered it out in V-Ray.